What's up, Washington fans? This is Josh Taylor here on Taking Command with Josh Taylor on the YouTube channel. I'm going to be breaking down some of the biggest plays from Sunday, what really helped Washington win, the Terry touchdown, how the defensive line looked, just the Jahan Dotson catch, big-time plays by Carson Wentz, why Scott Turner was in his bag on so many things in this offense. Curtis Samuel looks good. Like I said, these are the biggest plays that really stood out to me when I went back and watched the game. Hope you all enjoy. Going to be doing some film videos like this throughout the season. So buckle up. Let's get right to it. All right, guys. This is one of my favorite underrated plays from Sunday. We've talked all offseason about how Scott Turner is going to be in his bag, pre-snap motion, all the possibilities with all these weapons on Sunday. And we really saw it. I think this play goes unnoticed because of how many explosive and exciting plays actually happened on Sunday for our offense. But this is the screen to Armani Rogers on the left side. Let's see how this develops and why it was so successful. First off, you have Curtis Samuel come in motion. His guy follows him. You notice that? So that says pretty much that's man coverage. So you know when Terry comes out this way, this guy's going to follow him. But a super underrated part of this play here is Charles Leno and Norwell are pulling on the play. Pulling over here to the right side, which signals, hey, it's going to be a run to that right side. You have John Bates here cutting up to block these linebackers. And then you also have Gibson here who's going to get the handoff and run to the right. Right? No, not at all. Boom. Armani Rogers, who looks like he was in line blocking here for the edge. Like I said, Leno, Norwell pulled here. Chase Roullier does a great job of getting out there after snapping the ball, setting the edge, getting Trayvon Walker there. You see Armani Rogers catch this, and there's nobody on this side of the field besides the guy that was locked up with Terry. So now these linebackers here are trying to fight through John Bates, trying to get to that left side. Walker, he's behind the line here on the play. Armani Rogers is well ahead of him on this play. And then, of course, you'll see it from the other view, but just a huge gain by Armani Rogers. And other side here, once again, Curtis Samuel goes in motion. His guy follows him. Boom. Left tackle, left guard, pull. Chase Roullier sets the edge right there, gets Trayvon Walker. Armani Rogers is wide open. Big gain. Plays like this, just fooling defenses, that pre-snap motion. All the weapons that this offense has, there's so much that Scott Turner can do this season with these guys, and we don't even have Brian Robinson and Cole Turner yet. So a great little example of what this offense could look like this season, but then also so much more to come. Holy smokes, this Curtis Samuel touchdown is even more impressive after I rewatch it and see what really happened that allowed Curtis Samuel to score. This is high IQ stuff. This is what gets me excited about this offense this year. So let's break it down. Curtis Samuel is here on the outside. He's got this corner there in man coverage. Terry McLaurin, one of the top 10 wide receivers in the NFL, undoubtedly. Right here, lined up next to him, he has Andre Cisco, their safety. They're playing man coverage. Man. Now let's see what happens after that. Curtis Samuel actually goes in motion to the left side. Boom, what happened? In a blink of an eye, these guys switch assignments. Curtis Samuel is now on the left side, so this guy, Andre Cisco, is responsible for Curtis Samuel now. And this corner, I want to say it's Griffin, is now responsible for Terry McLaurin because that's how they're lined up. But this happens so fast. Curtis Samuel whips right back out to the right when the play develops. And see what happens here. Terry is running his route, and he just gets a slight pick here while he's running his route to the inside. He's running a little slant here. And this guy is still responsible for Terry. And Cisco is still responsible for Samuel. But this part right here of the play, switching assignments the way that they did, it allowed Curtis Samuel to come out this way. And now this guy has to cut across. And he's forcing these corners to cross paths. That is just textbook offensive stuff from Scott Turner. Curtis Samuel selling it to the inside, cutting back out, just great route running. And then he has the gap here. There's just not enough space for Cisco to catch up and get Curtis Samuel by the time he catches it. Touchdown. Even better touchdown celebration by Curtis Samuel. Can't really see too much on this view, but you get to see how much space really was there. And it's just because of that switching of the corners, making them cross each other. That is textbook offense, and I love it. All right, we know the defensive line balled out on Sunday, got a lot of pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Was honestly probably the best performance I've seen by our defensive line, both on the inside and outside, in a long time. And on this play in particular, this really shows me why we did not go out and sign an Ndamukong Suh or Linval Joseph or another veteran piece, because they like what they have on this team. And it's because of what they are doing. We're not seeing just one-on-one power rushing, speed rushing, just winning your one-on-one battles. They are mixing things up and letting this defensive line be in situations where they can win. So, on this play, there's no John Allen. There is no Chase Young. There is no Montez Sweat. You have F.A. Obata here on the outside, 97. You've got Daniel Wise here in like the A-gap-ish area. Looks like he's kind of in the zero tech because he's over the center. Then you have Dron Payne, of course, here by the right guard. And then you have James Smith-Williams. But then you also have Cole Holcomb and Jamin Davis. They play a big part as this play progresses. So let's see what really goes on. As the ball is snapped, you'll immediately see what happens. Jamin Davis kind of loops. He's on this outside here. Obata cuts in, really goes to crash on 78. And same with Wise. You'll see him move this way. But then you also will see Cole Holcomb cut in this inside here. And also with Dron Payne. And James Smith-Williams, he's just straight one-on-one speed rushing this guy. So let's go a little bit more forward and see what happens. Boom. Crashes the line. Takes up two guys. A gorgeous little stunt here. Something I saw a ton in camp. Washington's been doing a lot more stunts. And same here. You'll notice how Obata is crashing the left guard. Cam Robinson's going to get caught up in this as well. Jamin Davis is going to loop. Dron Payne's looping. Cole Holcomb, he's the gap integrity. He's just pretty much containing this middle area. So, Trevor Lawrence, if he was to take off, or if this was a mobile quarterback, you do not want anything shooting up the middle there with everything going on. But as you can tell here, look, loop, just crash this pocket. James Smith-Williams gets around here. Trevor Lawrence feels it. He sees this coming. He has to step up. And what happens? You've got Jamin Davis falling on him. You've got Obata just pushing guys over. You've got Dron Payne coming. You've got Daniel Wise now has this guy. And if he was to get away from this is on Daniel Wise to get there. And I think he would have. But look at this. Jamin Davis gets him down. Dron Payne gets him down. Obata gets him down. And their linemen are just standing here like, what the heck happened, guys? We lost that one. Down goes Trevor Lawrence. Just another play where we are all over him. And I love seeing a hype Jamin Davis. All right, we know how huge that Terry McLaurin touchdown was to really get momentum back for Washington. But there are some things on this play that you may not have seen. It is by Terry McLaurin and both Carson Wentz. This, I'm surprised we're not seeing more about this, of just a simple move that Carson Wentz does to help get Terry open. But first, I'm going to focus on Terry McLaurin at the top of the screen here. It just displays great route running. So he has his corner. He sees how he's lined up. He wants to attack him to the outside, get on that outside leverage of him. Even though the sideline's over there, he wants to get behind the corner and really use his blind spot. That is exactly what this is. When you're running a route, you are in his blind spot. He wants to shoot vertical. This corner knows it. He's going to use that sideline to his advantage. But still, Terry knows he has that outside. He's going to just shoot up. Now, if you notice, there is this deep safety here. And he is watching this develop over here with Terry. And he is watching this develop here in the middle of the field. I want you to watch Carson Wentz and see what he does. It is quick. Oh, did you see that? That little fake. That little pump fake he does. And what does that do? This safety thinks, oh, he's going for this guy going vertical who has a slight edge above him. So I'm biting here. I am pulling down on it, and you will see it happen on the screen. Boom. He reacts to the pump fake. And what does Carson do? He says, boom, reloads it, chucks it to the outside immediately out there to Terry, who is still gets behind the corner because of his blind spot. This safety has to react, and it's just too late. Boom. Just drops it in a bucket. We've seen the stats. Third highest incompletion probability that was completed all the weekend. Third highest. I want to say number 1 was Josh Allen. Number 2 was Patrick Mahomes. But number 3, most improbable completion on the weekend, belonged to Carson Wentz. This here gives you another great view of Carson Wentz's little move. He sees the one-on-one matchup. Obviously, you want to get it to Terry. He's looking. You seen him look over here a little bit. You see him look in the middle. He knows he has that safety back here out of the screen. And just watch this subtle move by Carson. That split-second decision to pump fake it, pulled that safety off, and literally a second later, that ball is out. He knows Terry has that one-on-one every single time. All right, and of course, we have to talk about the game winner, the Jahan Dotson touchdown, how it developed, and why he looks like a veteran player in the league already. And I still think that he is the best rookie wide receiver in the NFL. I've thought it all along. I knew this was going to be a great pick. Y'all know I love my Penn State guys. Jahan Dotson is just another staple. I honestly think we have another Terry McLaurin on the team. It's scary, but Jahan Dotson is his own self. He is him. So, you see Bates come down here. This clip was kind of split out, but John Bates moves down. This guy follows him, shows it as man coverage. Jahan Dotson knows he has Campbell out here one-on-one. Talented young corner. Jacksonville actually brings some pressure towards Wentz on this play, but the offensive line does a great job. But look at this route running. This is a phenomenal... Jahan Dotson has a great route tree. This is what is called an out and up route. And it is just next level route running. Look at that. Fakes it. Just the suddenness, the quickness of the movement. But then also just plucking it out of the air the way that he did. Everything about this route is just flawless. Of course, there's another view. You'll see once again. Jaguars bringing pressure on Wentz. Great job. And just the touch. Perfect touch by Wentz to get it there to Dotson. But I want to look at that other view one more time. Just watch the route running, the release, the speed. When you have a cushion like this, you need to close this as fast as possible. People are like, that doesn't make sense. You don't want to get near the corner. Yes, you do. As a wide receiver, you want to close this gap as fast as you can so you can speed out and get that separation at your breaking point. So he runs it. Look at this speed release. Great stem, breaks there, boom. That suddenness, that quickness to get up and finish his route. It is next level veteran stuff from Jahan Dotson. And of course, we have to talk about the defensive line. The last 3 plays of the game for Trevor Lawrence. How the defense just really got after him, put that pressure on him. They're playing with the lead. They can pin their ears back and get after the quarterback and put pressure on Trevor Lawrence. This is what we wanted to see. There's no Chase Young out there. Jonathan Allen's not out there. Phil Mathis isn't out there. Guys like Montez Sweat and Deron Payne stepping up as those leaders, just setting that example, getting after the quarterback. But then you've got guys like Obata, James Smith-Williams, Daniel Wise, guys who are going to be key contributors. Some of those depth pieces who are getting big-time opportunities, especially at the end of the game, are getting after Trevor Lawrence and putting pressure on him and couldn't do anything. Look at this. Just every single play, that final drive in his grill. I can't tell you how hype I was to see this in person. I was like, hit him every single play to the point where he's rolling out and throwing game-sealing interceptions to Derek Forrest for Washington. That's what I want to see. Get that lead, be aggressive, get after the quarterback. This is how you win football games, and this is the kind of defense we've been waiting to see. Pressure on quarterbacks. Guys, great game, a lot of big-time nuggets, both on offense and defense. Super excited to continue to do this throughout the season. Hope you all enjoyed this quick video of some big-time plays that I saw and really breaking it down on what popped out to me in the All-22 film. Hopefully they push these out quicker than they have been. It just dropped tonight. So I'm going to be putting this out on YouTube and doing some more of these film rooms. So hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel. As always, check back in. Got previous shows, recaps, live on Monday night after the game, so you can come in, react how you want to, drop your thoughts, but also some film rooms just like this. And I'll catch y'all next time here on Taking Command with Josh Taylor.